Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you're returning, how are you today? Okay, this is not going to be a fun video, but this is a reason to start prepping, if not now. Okay, let's start doing it. Okay, severe weather danger triggers second high risk threat in a week. So let's get this going. Okay, this was just published 23 hours ago, but updated 15 minutes ago. Okay, AccuWeather meteorologists continue to warn on Thursday, which is today, that a life-threatening severe weather outbreak looms across a large part of the southern United States, stretching from the Gulf Coast, which is where I am, to the Ohio Valley, with the potential for dangers to linger into the nighttime hours. At least 50 million Americans are in the path of severe weather, including storm-weary residents of the Mississippi Valley, still recovering from the destructive tornadoes just over a week ago. AccuWeather Chief On-Air Meteorologist Bernie Rayno pointed out that words like possible or likely are not on the forecast maps for Thursday and Thursday night. These are definite, he warned. There's going to be a tornado outbreak. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare now. There's going to be widespread wind damage. There's going to be hail, he added. Here is your map. Can you see that? Okay. Moving on. The storm set to trigger the severe outbreak shifted east out of the southern Rockies, where heavy snow was falling on Wednesday before producing thunderstorms and large hail across the southern plains into Wednesday night. Some hail reports across Texas, here we go, were as big as pool balls, and baseballs. So you know what a cue ball looks like, how big those are, okay, and baseballs, okay? Here's your hail reports within the last 24 hours. For Junction, Texas, Haslett, Texas, Goldthwaite, Texas, Winthrop, Arizona, and Wills Point, Texas. All right? Even though there is still the potential for cloud cover and wet soil conditions to limit the intensity of some of the storms over the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys on Thursday, that safety net may not be enough to prevent a significant amount of violent thunderstorms. Gulf of Mexico waters, which is where I'm at, have warmed significantly in the past few weeks, and the strengthening sun this time of the year may be enough to burn through the clouds and help warm the lower part of the atmosphere. Water temperatures along the upper part of the Gulf of Mexico were in the 60s, lower 70s as of midweek. Darn it. This is why hurricane season is starting sooner. Shite. Get to the store. Get as much water as you possibly can. Get your flashlights, get your batteries, get your tarps, get your bungees, get your non-perishables. Get whatever it is that you need for hurricane season, get it now. I'm not playing. It is the warm, moist air near the ground that helps to fuel thunderstorms. And when the strong winds are present aloft, particularly when winds increase in speed and change direction at higher levels of the atmosphere. Thunderstorms can become intense, rotate, and produce tornadoes. These conditions are expected to be present in the setup Thursday to Thursday night, especially across the northern parts of Mississippi and Alabama into eastern Arkansas, the northeastern corner of Louisiana, and western and central Tennessee. For the second time in a week, the National Weather Service's Storm Prediction Center has issued a high risk of severe weather. This corresponds to the level 5 on the National Weather Service's severe weather alert scale. The lowest level, or 1, corresponds to a marginal risk, while a level 5 represents a high risk. If you've got hurricane shutters, put them on. Here's a map. Look at it, study it. The last time that the SPC issued 2 high risks for severe weather in the month of March was 30 years ago in 1991. This is the second of 2 storms to threaten severe weather in just 1 week. Portions of the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys were hit with destructive severe weather and tornadoes. During St. Patty's Day, March 17th alone, 56 reports of tornadoes, 27 incidents of large hail, and 79 episodes of damaging wind gusts were tallied by the SPC. Alabama was dealt some of the most destructive severe weather last week. An EF2 tornado touched down in Chilton County on Wednesday, spawning 130 mile-per-hour winds. An EF1 tornado packing 110 mile-an-hour winds struck Moundville, Alabama, causing severe damage to buildings and ripping roofs off homes. How much more warning do you need? Get out to the store, will you please? Huh? AccuWeather meteorologists believe that some risks of severe thunderstorms and perhaps isolated tornadoes exist as far north as the Ohio Valley, but the greatest threat of tornadoes will be farther south from Tennessee to near I-20 in Mississippi and Alabama. Storms that cruise through the Ohio Valley are expected to unleash the threat of damaging wind gusts. Severe weather will be underway during the early to middle part of the afternoon. Discrete thunderstorm cells are expected to erupt across the areas like Mississippi, Alabama, and northward into Tennessee, according to RANO. Thunderstorms that ignite in this manner, rather than as part of a more organized line, can be particularly dangerous and are more likely to spawn tornadoes. There is still some risk of storms capable of producing tornadoes after dark, but this should be more of an exception now thanks to the shift of daylight hours associated with daylight savings time now in effect. Late night tornadoes appear to be unlikely at this point, but AccuWeather meteorologists will continue to closely monitor the situation. Nighttime tornadoes, especially those that occur late at night, are especially dangerous, as many people may not know a storm is heading to their neighborhood unless closely monitoring severe weather watches and warnings. The AccuWeather app is an available tool to keep up to date with severe weather and up-to-date warnings. So, let's go. As soon as this is over, get to the store. All right? I love you. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, keep prepping, stay positive, fear less. If you need me, you get a hold of me. Bye.